I need it. It's a female one. Oh, I don't want it.
Why not?
I don't want the female horse.
Could
Get rid of it.
My Little Ponyta.
Fuck no. I don't want a female horse. I'm Vosh.
I'm cutting that out. I'm cutting that out.
Oh, good lord.
Do you think that men deserve rights?
They've got more rights than anyone that's not men.
No, but answer the question. Why are you dodging the question?
Predator.
Why are you dodging the question? Are you anti-man?
No, I'm trying to catch this fucking Ratatouille.
But are you a misandrist?
Who's Miss Anne? I don't know Miss Anne.
No, andrist. Do you misandrist?
Androgynous?
I mean, they're not very androgynous. They're pretty much.
You don't have any Pokeballs?
I guess not. Should we?
Wait,
we have a great ball. Yeah.
Yes. Come on. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Come on. Come on.
I love that one picture
Yes!
that's just. I love that one picture that's a female Pokemon trainer. Like, it looks like she's yelling out something, and the text box says, "You have 2 great balls."
Yeah.
And the caption is, "When you're a supportive partner."
Bites anything with attacks. Do you want to give anything to Ratatouille? Yes.
So why don't you think men should have rights, Casey? Why? And also, why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
Remember that in Wacky Game Jokes for Kids when he's just like, so why are you gay? Why did you make that choice?
Alright, let's go to item.
That's my grandfather clock. My grandfather gave it to me. Yeah, he's dead,
What's
so
your favorite thing about the clock?
Yeah, what's
It
your
tells
favorite
time?
thing?
Actually, it's wrong.
Actually, that one's a few minutes off. Gotta get that fixed.
I'm so happy they put a Pokemon that can learn cut in front of the cut bushes, so you can just do it. Wait, can I just press A on it? I can't. Wow, that sucks.
And Twitch plays Pokemon. Yeah, and that deserves a quality of life update.
Yeah. Many hacks have done it.
Yeah, true. In Twitch plays Pokemon, they had a really hard time cutting the tree for some reason.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, I mean,
like you have to navigate the menus, and you keep going. Like the thing about Twitch.
Helix.
Hail Lord Helix. Yeah, that was a reoccurring joke because I'd keep going into the menu and selecting the Helix fossil for no reason.
Oh, this isn't the time to use that.
I always found Ditto to be like particularly interesting because there's like no Pokemon like it. They made it in specifically like Generation 1, and then like there's never been any other Pokemon in any other generation that's just like
transform.
No, I know Mew can like learn transform, but what I'm specifically saying is like Pokemon like Magikarp and Ditto and stuff that have like one use, right? That have like one specific purpose. Magikarp!
Oh, right.
I said Magikarp. I didn't say Magichan.
Sorry, when I
hit
hit
him
Magi,
harder.
it just auto-completes. Yeah, the police body cam footage of that was released many
moons ago. Yeah,
it was just so bizarre. Like as soon as I heard Chris say "punch him harder, Magichan," or "honey," whatever, I just stopped the video and I'm just like, Mitchell, watch this.
No, I was already watching it.
Oh yeah.
And like,
oh wait, that doesn't affect him. Shit.
The thing that's like really funny about that is like even if you believe that, like, you are sharing, if you're occupying the same realm as, like, fictional characters, if you believe that there are, like, multiple fictional characters in the same room that you are in, you would at least have enough intelligence to be like, oh, I don't want the police to know that someone's gonna... Like, don't say, hey, other person in this room, commit violence on this policeman. That is a really dumb thing to say. Even if you're, you know...
Yeah, even if it's, like... pretend in your head.
Yeah, even if it is pretend.
That, like, you just don't say, like, you're gonna... A violent act will happen to a policeman. You don't say it around a policeman.
There's just certain things where you need to have, show a little bit of restraint.
I'm pretty sure I already told this story, but my dad was talking to a policeman about something in the office of my house. It was to do with someone else.
Oh, yeah.
But it was, just talking to a policeman in our office where the computer was. And I was playing GTA 3, and I was just like shooting cops constantly, and I was just like, I
thought you were gonna say you were in your room and you just yell, "Fuck you, cops! I'm gonna shoot you!" And then like just in the other room, the cop just like turns his head like, My ears are burning.
My dad was dealing with tenancy issues from some random bogan. So.
I had a situation on a playground.
It's way too scary and dark for me. Ugh.
I had a situation on a playground where like there was some bully kids that knocked over my nephew, like pushed him down. And my dad saw it from the balcony and like ran and like chased the kid down the street. But then like the kid's parents saw it and called the cops on my dad.
Yeah, well.
And so what ended up happening is the policeman, because when you mentioned no, well, it was, they didn't touch him, they just chased him.
Okay.
Yeah. And so the policeman came to my house, but because I'm a little kid, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand why there's just a cop in my home asking me questions.
Yeah.
And so I think I'm in trouble.
Can you please draw a portrait of the suspect?
A detailed portrait.
Stick man. One of my favorite jokes.
And then it just appears on the news like, and this stick man.
One of my favorite jokes in South Park. One of my favorite jokes in South Park ever was when the boys were missing. The South Park boys were missing, and the cop drew a portrait of them or something, and then he showed it to a parent, like, have you seen these 4 boys? And it's like really detailed hand-drawn portrait of the boys. And then she hands it back and he's like, no, I haven't seen them. It's a pretty bad drawing though. Like, I love like, you think like shitty looking things are real, the real world, and realistic things are the shitty fictional world.
Yeah. That's really funny.
I always thought in cartoons, when they watch cartoons, are they real life movies?
What I always wondered is in the context.
Swift. Ooh.
Oh yeah, definitely get Swift. That's OP as far as I'm aware.
Which one? Okay, let's go with. Do we want Quick Attack or Swift?
I want Swift.
Yeah, let's go Swift.
It's more useful than
Swift. Quick Attack.
When I was a kid,
I usually liked Quick Attack because it can come in a lot of handy,
especially later on. But like when I was a kid, I had a Raichu with Swift, and that just like demolished every encounter that I ever like ran into. Any wild Pokemon?
No, I won't change Pokemon. I got water, bitch.
So what I wondered when I was a kid was,
am I gay?
No, I found that out much later. In the context of cartoons, when a cartoon character is watching a cartoon on their television set, is the cartoon like hyper realistic to them, or is it a cartoon in their perspective? Like, do they see it as a cartoon, or do they see it as like, oh my god, this documentary?
What? This is just a loop. It doesn't go anywhere.
It just doesn't go.
This was useless. Well, this whole area was fucking joke.
It is a metaphor for life. Sometimes.
Wait, no, I gotta go.
Sometimes you.
Hey, you. Yeah, you.
Looking for a purpose in life?
Yeah. Come join Scientology.
Come join Pokemon Scientology. We believe instead of Mewtwo, we believe in Xenomon. Xenomon is the alien god, and he created all of us in his image.
Dude, Swift is great.
Except, no.
I'm going to kill you, Pokemon. When you were a kid and you would battle Pokemon and you say, oh, I killed your Pokemon. I killed them. You would say that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all we would say. We would say, oh, your Pokemon fainted. We'd be like, yeah, I killed your Pikachu.
Well, we thought because we only understood things in the perspective of killing.
Because we, when I was a kid, because we called it killing Pokemon, I assumed that since you could revive them, that means Pokemon never died, but humans did.
Oh,
but then, like, the Pokemon Tower didn't clue me in because I was a fucking autistic idiot.
Yeah.
Like, I just...
Yeah.
You look at, like, when you're a kid and you look into a fantasy world, it's like, you look at it completely different because you're a fucking idiot and you don't know anything.
There were definitely a lot of situations like that when I was a kid where, like, there was an obvious, like, I had a complete misunderstanding of, like, the rules of how a fictional universe worked, and, like, they stated very clearly, like, why things were a certain way, and I just wasn't paying attention. Yeah. So did you believe in the theory, the big fan theory, that the reason that Gary was at the Pokemon Tower was because his Raticate died, because you don't see him after the... Okay, that's one of the things that I love about the Game Boy Pokemon games is, like, some of the dramatic poses that they would have for, like, See, because Beedrill, in the context of the anime, he doesn't look that big, but they make him look humongous in the pixel art.
Yeah.
And there's just something really cool about that, taking like a tiny bug Pokemon and like zooming in to make him look like super dramatic and like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a dramatic pose, basically. An over-dramatic pose. Dynamic. The word I was looking for was dynamic. Yeah.
I use that word a lot. I'm just like, I program something. It's dynamic.
It's cinematic.
Yeah. I fucking love cinematic. I hope I live long enough to see a renaissance reliving of PS3 cinematic games. You what?
Don't let me forget. I just had a brain blast.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not gonna do it. You're definitely not gonna do it when I suggest this. But somebody needs to make a Pokemon hack of like the original Game Boy Pokemon games, but it's the South Park Chin Pokemon. It's all of the Chin Pokemon. The ones that actually appeared in the episode. The ones where it's like, I have a small penis. You Americans have big penis. Even when he's like talking to the woman. It's the reverse of what I was saying in the last episode. It's like he talks to Cartman's mom and it's like, oh, you have big
American penis.
Big American penis. And
our penis is so small.
Do you think that our penis is so tiny?
Apparently,
but do you think that was foreshadowing to like Cartman's mum being Futanari?
I don't know.
It's not true though. It's not true.
I don't like things that I am not familiar with. It scares me.
In episode 100, it was just like Cartman's mom is a hermaphrodite. She has male and female genitalia, and Cartman's mom is actually his dad. But then like he killed Scott Tenorman's dad, and then later it was like, oh, actually, Cartman's mom is his mom, and his dad is Scott Tenorman's dad. And instead of like being like, oh, I killed my own dad, he's like, no, I'm a ginger. I hate this. I hate being ginger.
I remember that episode.
Yeah,
that was great. I bet this Pikachu has Swift.
I bet this Pikachu has Swift.
I fucking hate Pikachu. I remember the episodes where like, where's my Ultra Mega Man? You got Mega Man? Yeah, there's an episode where they're talking about toys called
I love Mega Man.
They're like, I want Ultra Mega Man. And I'm just like, isn't that a thing?
Yeah, well, there's an Ultraman and then there's a Mega Man, but I don't think there's an Ultra Mega Man.
He definitely said just Mega Man as its own thing as well, not Ultra Mega Man.
That is fascinating.
But it was this doll that was like palette colored, like different palette.
Just like Palette Town.
Yeah, the palette patrols in Prism.
Paw Patrol.
Can't measure up. No, you can't. You're a little boy. I hope that never happens.
Stop saying
Are you
words.
going to Morga too? Okay, we need to go there, so we're going the right way. What's this guy doing? Bug Pokemon. Okay, there's a lie right there.
What is your favorite episode of South Park?
Your favorite episode is probably Little Crime Stoppers, where they do play being cops, but they play cops, but then they actually get involved with real crimes and they get hired by the police to do real crimes. They show up and do nothing, and the whole scene just resolves itself because the enemies kill each other.
I might be misremembering because I don't actually watch a lot of South Park, but there was that one episode where the kids want to make more mature friends, so they become friends with like
Nambla.
And it's like the men who are like.
It's like and someone's talking to Cartman. He's like, "Hi, I am 8 inches," and then Cartman's like, "Sorry, I'm not interested in being friends with a midget."
I'm not interested in being friends with a midget.
Yeah. Absolutely insane. Oh. They, like, the early years, like, the golden years of The Simpsons are truly golden.
Oh, absolutely. They are
South Park
evergreen.
Are truly, truly golden.
That's why they live on Evergreen Terrace. The early Simpsons are evergreen.
Yeah.
That means That's
why they moved to Cypress Creek.
That's why they moved to Shelbyville.
I love the line in Lemon of Troy where the Shelbyvillians are like, looks like Springfield's got a discipline problem. Yeah, it must be why we beat them in football almost half the time. Almost half. So they're not winning.
I just got that. That's really good. I was always like... So, that was one of my favorite episodes as a kid, but it annoyed me a little bit. Pikachu,
No,
no!
Pikachu, no.
I'm gonna get in between this Pokemon battle and turn to stone, and then the Pokemon will have to cry, and their tears will have to bring me back to life again.
Remember seeing that in the theaters. My oldest sister
And you were like,
me.
and you said out loud, "This is gay."
So hard not to fucking cry.
Oh, really?
And she's looking at me and she's laughing. And I'm just
She's
like,
laughing at you? She was making fun of you?
Yeah, she was laughing because
gosh.
I was so upset. I'm like, Ash, no, I love your series.
Oh gosh. Your sister was like, "What a skit."
Yeah. You know who I associate with Ash Ketchum?
Yeah.
Nathan Drake.
Oh yeah.
Like, I love Uncharted.
Wait, why?
I love Pokemon, but the main character is just so like little butters.
Little butters.
Your pockets are fun. Put your balls in my mouth.
I'm Mr. Bucket. I put your balls in my top. I'm Mr. Bucket. Out of my mouth they will pop. I'm Mr. Bucket. Oh, rocking along. I'm Mr. Bucket.
The Mr.
Buckets
Bucket,
are fun. Woo!
Mr. Bucket Board James video.
That was such a good one. That was
Mr.
like
Bucket Board James video. He goes on the Wikipedia for Mr. Bucket. What is it, pervert?
Oh,
what?
Excuse me? Excuse me?
So-
Is it because of what I said about Mr. Bucket?
He goes to the Wikipedia page and it says, "Oh, Mr. Bucket's controversial because of phrases like "put your balls in my top," etc." So when after that episode aired, I looked at the page, and it didn't say that at all. So I wonder if he just made a fake page or like someone changed it because people were like it was like not relevant to the product.
People always debate over like what's important and unimportant, but I believe personally that like no person's experience is unimportant. Like just because you don't have like thousands of YouTube subscribers and just because you're not like hyper attractive or anything like that.
Oh, I need the biggest trending video.
That's exactly what I'm saying though. It's like cavemen didn't worry about like, oh, I need to be the most popular
Grungle.
number one
Grungle.
I need to be number one hunter. I need to hunt all the most meat.
I am Mr. Grungle.
But having positive experiences or like attributing value to things in your life, that's all subjective. That's all personal, right?
Basically, I don't
like,
compare myself to anyone that's doing better than me, or like I just live by my own likes.
That is the interesting thing, is that there's so many people who like will inevitably compare themselves to people who are doing better than them, but they never compare themselves to people doing worse than them. They never stop to think like, oh, I'm in a really good position as is, and there are people who would kill to be in my position.
Flip the pizza, Mr. Aziz will flip.
Mr. Aziz, can you pay me in pizza sauce?
I was about to say, I forget. It doesn't matter.
That's okay.
Ratatouille.
It'll come back to you. Ratatouille.
You know what Ratatouille is?
It's I don't like it.
Vegetables
it's
and
vegetables, yeah. I know for a fact that I wouldn't like it. Like, it's not something I would eat.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat that.
But, like, I do love the meme. I love the meme where it's just like, not Gusto. What's the name of the critic?
The critic? Jay Sherman?
No! The critic from Ratatouille.
Oh, I don't know the name of him.
Spingly guy.
I don't know his name.
Yeah, the short lanky dude. No, tall lanky dude.
I know him, but I don't know the name.
It's not Gusto. That's the guy who owns the restaurant.
I have no idea.
It's not Linguini.
Laughing gas.
So yeah, the meme where the guy is like eating the ratatouille and he's just like, oh, this reminds me of when I was a little boy, and then it like cuts back to when he's like, it flashes back to like,
yeah, I remember.
And yeah, I love when people will put like a picture of like Pokemon Red and then like, you know, a modern Pokemon game, and it's like this remind. So yeah, put that on screen, but it's like Pokemon Red is like him eating the ratatouille, and then Pokemon Brown is like us, like the Flash, like the us as the kid, No, the modern one is us playing Pokemon Brown, and the flashback is us playing Pokemon Red as kids. Yeah. That's us. That's us. We are Linguini.
Linguini?
I don't know. I haven't seen the movie since 2007.
Big
Apparently there's a Ratatouille game, and it's really freaking good, but I never played it.
You know what's really good?
Ratatouille, apparently.
Being friends with Mitch.
What, now you know that's not true.
That is true. It is the truest thing that has ever been said in this realm.
But it isn't true.
This is the 7th realm.
But it is true. But it isn't true.
It's true. You just said it was true. I got with the Bugs Bunny shit.
Duck season. Rabbit season.
Duck season. Rabbit season. Rabbit season. Duck season. Duck seasoning.
Ooh.
I'm so looking forward to more of that garlic naan, I'm telling you.
Did you know that there was apparently they pitched a Pokemon scene for Space Jam 2? And originally they were going to have like Ash and Brock and Misty appear like as themselves in Space Jam 2, but they couldn't make it happen. And I don't know how they would make that happen. It must mean that like Warner Brothers owns the movie rights to like classic Pokemon characters.
They do. They released them.
Yeah, I know they did, but I didn't think they would still have them.
I got no repels shit.
That's crazy. I know they have the distribution rights, but that doesn't mean that they can just have them pop up in Space Jam, right?
I mean, they got Rick and Morty, and I remember we had a big chuckle.
I absolutely love that in like a recent season of Rick and Morty they actually reference it.
And they're like, they wanted to die.
I killed the versions of us that appered in Space Jam. Don't worry, Morty, they wanted to die. That's alright. It was weird enough to have them appear in Space Jam, but then it was like even more of a just to reference
it. They use like safe PG words. It was so off-putting. They wanted to die.
No, it's your problem, dum-dums.
Dum-dums.
Yeah, the PG version of like
what's popular currently? Rick and Morty and Justin Roiland.
That was. I mean, okay, I might be a sucker for that, but like I actually
sucker for Dick. That sounded bad.
No, for Rick, but Dick. I absolutely am a sucker for like when. Shut up. Yep. I absolutely am a sucker for when movies reference, will just randomly like jump scare you with just like, oh, popular character cameo. Yeah. Like or like in Marvel, where like I remember when I went to see Oppenheimer, people started applauding at the when Albert Einstein appeared as if he's like a Marvel cameo. It was just like, oh, it's him, it's the guy.
This makes my pussy wet.
Oh yeah, at Magic Mike they had a bunch of wet floor signs all over.
Oh.
Triple X, motherfucker.
Well, this is awkward.
Would you ever watch? Did you do the thing?
Yeah, I did
That's
the
a callback. Ooh, little penis, you have a tiny penis. Go up to your girlfriend and say that.
Oogly doogly, you have a tiny penis.
Oogly doogly, you have a tiny penis. And then flick it.
Flick the bean. The bean.